Here's an incredible story that shows you the extent of police extremism in America. In Iowa, Ben Kohnen and his wife Rachel were rushing to the hospital in their car when she went into labor. So she was in labor, and then they got in the car and they decided to go. And she was about to give birth to their fourth kid in the car. In fact, she said it, quote, "This is not like the others. This is happening right now." So naturally, Ben was going about 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, and the cops saw him. So they chased after him, okay, and a further annoyance in this story is that Rachel actually called 911 to tell them the situation so that they would know why they were speeding. So they gave the heads up. This is an emergency situation, that's why they're speeding. Well, for whatever reason, the cops didn't talk to, or they ignored the 911 dispatcher, or there was some kind of miscommunication. So what did the cops do? Not only did they chase after them, they ended up using one of those things that blows out the tires, that when you drive over it, the tires blow out, the spikes go in, blows out the tires. All four tires went out. Okay, there was a rough, bumpy stop. And then the cops rushed over, ripped them out of the car, put them on the ground, and held them at gunpoint. Now, it was around that time that they realized what had happened, and they got her to the hospital. Okay, but this story is very educational either way, because here's the problem with what happened. There's multiple layers here to this story. Number one, you should have had some sort of communication with the 911 dispatcher and known what was going on, and you shouldn't have gone after them in the first place, okay? Or you go next to them, escort them, something like that. That's problem number one. But okay, we can understand if there was just simply a miscommunication and that didn't happen. Here's where it doesn't make sense, and I don't get it. After you get them to stop, to pull them out of the vehicle and immediately put guns to their heads, they were on the ground, by the way. A pregnant woman about to give birth is laying on the ground with a gun to her head. See, that's the problem right there. The problem is the mentality is robotic. It's an us versus them idea and situation in the minds of the cops. So no matter what's happening, give me no nuance, no complexity, no extenuating circumstances. I'm going to rip you out of the car, put you on the ground, and hold a fucking gun to your head because I'm robotic in that respect, and I don't use human judgment. And later, after the fact, then maybe we'll actually determine what's going on. But in the heat of the moment, we're not going to de-escalate the situation. We're not going to do fact-finding first, and that's the problem. The problem is the police have not committed to de-escalation, understanding information, getting the situation under control. The first thing they jump to is violence, hold them down, don't listen to them, they're evil, they're the enemy, this is an us versus them mentality, and that's it. We need to reverse that trend. And we've discussed many ways to try to do that before. But to me, the best thing that I've seen in terms of how effective it is, you have to make the police wear the body cameras. Okay? Because studies have shown in the places where they've done it, the incidence of police abuse of authority drops tremendously. I mean, they know they're being recorded. They know that at any time in the future we can go back and look at how they acted, so they're much more likely to act right.